Today I will teach you some tips and tricks to play Viego. He's an amazing champion that works in top, jungle and mid lane. Basically he works in 3 different lanes, which means if you put in practice on Viego, you will be able to easily perform in your off role and you're going to have a really high chance of winning games. Here I'm going to showcase you the W flash. So in this situation I'm seeing that my bot lane is fighting and they're ganking, but I need to clean the camp a little bit. Speed up a little bit, see what happens. I'm running down because I know they're fighting. Coming as fast as possible. I start charging my W and then I flash W hitting this Ghana. Take his form, killing Fresh as well. And this is a really good strategy to know because you can often use your W flash to catch people off guard and get kills that you wouldn't be able to get otherwise. Alright, now I'm going to show you something that you have to use all the time. This is extremely important. Early game your W is not that good at fighting. And often, unless you're much stronger than the opponent, you want to use it to just get away. So you see here how you can dodge skill shots with a W. That's an extremely important thing to focus on. And it's what I use my W for the most. And it's not only skill shot, it's also if you're playing as Renekton, Rivens and other things. You can W away when they're trying to all in your early game because you're quite weak against those kind of champions. Now I want to talk a little bit about how important it is to always think about getting the right one killed first so you can get the right passive, so you can steal the right people. It's really important. Sylas in this situation over here is extremely important for me to get. So my main focus is actually on Sylas right now. He's low on health, and if I can get his form, I can heal up with my W, I can jump over walls, so it's a high chance of us turning the fight. So what I'm doing here is I'm fighting a Nivea because that's my only option. And then I'm looking for Sylas. The second he steps into range, I can try and kill him, and then we can make a cool play. As you see, I'm instantly going over the Sylas, taking his body, ready to go again, going in on the Nunu, using my abilities, hitting a Nivea as well in my Q, getting her killed, and then I'm coming back out. And this is something that's really important to note. You always want to pick the right targets, and one thing you have to be careful about is picking squishy targets because you might just get a one shot. Here I want to showcase you something I think Sylas is extremely good at. So one thing he excels at is he's really quick at pushing waves, and if he pushes wave, he's really good at stealing enemy jungle camps or doing the crab. So in this situation I'm running down to do the crab. I decide to not take the crab because my jungler's there and I don't want to steal his camp. And then I go for the blue buff instead while taking the plant over and getting vision into the enemy jungle. All of this is extremely important. Now this is happening, we're doing crap. He expects us to potentially do the crap, he's coming up. So I'm going to go up and fight him. The fight happens, we win the fight and we get to kill the enemy. This only happened because I invaded deep. I took the time to get vision as well, which could increase the chance of opportunities where you can make big plays. And then we end up with a big fight here. Now Lucian jumps over, Lucian fights the Kha'Zix because he's greedy. I kill Lucian, Kha'Zix dies as well. Not really a big deal, nothing crazy to look at here. That's just whatever and not that important. Now while playing Viego, one thing that's extremely important to note is you are amazing at teleport ganking. So I'm quickly clearing the wave up here. I see that my bot lane is fighting and then I'm taking a look. I see the enemy Seraphine being low on health, 40% each. I teleport because I know I'm extremely strong. If I can kill this person, we'll most likely win the fight, even if the jungler shows up. So I quickly go for the Seraphine, I use all my abilities to get him. I take the Seraphine body, and then I just keep chasing down, because I'm super strong at that. I have my ultimate, which slows people as well, and I'm super strong with Yuumi as well on top of me, which means this is an easy fight, and we're going to keep chasing on the way, till we grab another kill here. So if you're playing Viego, always look to make plays, and especially teleporting bot lane, because your chance of killing people is extremely high. It's one of the best champions at ganking bot lane. Here's another small thing that I think is really important that I want to show you. So when I'm walking around with Viego, I try to use my E all the time because when you use your E, you create pressure on this entire area and you're walking out anyways. You get a little bit of movement speed too. So the more you can spam your E ability, the more pressure you can create. And you might not even know if you're changing anything with that pressure because they might think, oh, he could be in here now because it happened all around this entire wall. So when I'm walking around with Viego, I'm going to be spamming my E all the time. Especially if there's a wall I think it could be useful on. As you see here, I'm just spamming it all the time whenever I can. And I'm not necessarily looking to make a big play or anything. I'm just walking around in the shroud. One really cool thing to mention with Viego is if you kill Kled, then you get his form and you can't actually die to the tower because you're going to be mini form afterwards. One thing you also have to remember though is if you take Kled, I may be bugged. I'm not sure if it's a bug or not. But you will always have the low amount of health and you won't have high amount of health. So even if you're full on health, you will not be full on health after taking Kled, you'll be very low on health. I'm going to include this clip because I think it's really important that you guys know how strong Viego really is in the skirmish fights. So right here we have me and Ari doing the Herald together. We're not fed or anything at this point. Ari's actually a level behind, right? And I'm same level. Have a little better item right now. And all of it's coming as well. But you can see if the second I kill somebody, I get the form, I'm ready to fight again. And I have the Kled form, which means I have 2 lives, which means I'm really strong right now. So all I need to do is just get another kill, use my ultimate to catch up to him, get him, heal up again. There's a little bit of a plan here. Going for the TF, just ultimating instantly. The reason I ultimate here is if he go-karts me, then he can stop me and potentially run away. If I ultimate, then I slow him and he can't run away anymore. It's impossible unless he got flash. So I ultimate for the slow, then I can catch up the W whenever it's up, and then I can just run him down, hopefully. And he needs to turn to hit that Ari at that point or he's always gonna die. So Ari sadly goes down, but you see how I'm just chasing him down and then grabbing a kill. And then I end up with a fight with almost full health and I'm out. It's extremely important to try and go for these skirmish fights around jungle camps. Heralds, blue buff, Grump, can be any of them, but try and play around your jungle and make those kind of plays. Viego is a champ that excels at a long fight, so having a stopwatch is extremely important if you can get it. I'll showcase a situation where stopwatch helps me out tremendously. So I'm going in, I know my team is coming, so I'm thinking it's fine. I have stealing as well. I'm getting out and hiding a little bit. I know my team should be able to win now. Then I get the healing up from stealing passives or stealing possessions. I run after people, keep chasing. I got the TF, I can use it pretty nicely, get the kill, jumping over, stealing another buddy, and I end up with a fight with almost full health for like 60% because I'm able to steal so many passives. And the only reason I survive here is because the stopwatch gave me a second life. So stopwatch and GA are super beneficial on this champion. Now here's another thing I think is extremely important for you to know. You always want to use your E for pressure. So I'm going to use my E on the wall to try and create pressure on the enemies when the minion wave is close. Then I utilize my W to try and see if I can catch somebody with a stun. And even if I can, that's okay. Now the most important thing is about how this team fight goes. And I'll break it down for you. So the enemy catches our center and they're going to all in her. Olaf is running at her. And what you want to look at right now is how I'm going into Olaf and I'm focusing on the tank. Because if we kill the tank, then I get a really good possession to potentially take. You don't want to take squishies because you might get one shot. So taking the tanks is a preferable thing. Now another thing to note here is I skipped the Kled buddy because we're winning this fight. You don't always want to take the possessions, only if you need them. So I skip it, I ultimate the Kai'Sa, slow her with my ultimate, and then we're looking to catch her instead, which we end up doing because I also stun her with my W. Catch a Kai'Sa, take a buddy, I run into enemies, I ultimate again to quickly change form, use my Goldwinger to heal, take another possession to heal back up again, and I get out of this fight alive while constantly being low health, almost dying. Those things are really important to note. It's also super important you only take forms if you really need them.